All right, this is Real Life Live, and it's Sunday morning, and we're gonna do a little football as we started off, and get and guess who's back? Last night, well, let's put it like this: Chompy is back. Okay, so he said he had some medical issues, and excuse me, and he got all those taken care of. He's kind of, he speaks a lot, so he's kind of, he's not talking as, cause, but he said he wanted to be here, and he wanted to do a couple of NFL thoughts and picks, so we'll go with that. All right, welcome back, Choppy, and we're gonna go with the picks here. Okay, and we're going with with the the first game will be the Tennessee and Indy game, the Colts and the Titans. Tennessee's good at home, very good at home. I think 4-0 or something like that. They play good at home, and Indy, you can run on Indy, so that thinks that kind of adds up to Derrick Henry to me. So I'll go Tennessee. Okay, Tennessee. All right, in the now we got Atlanta and the Jets, Falcons and Jets. The Jets, no, they can't find a quarterback. Atlanta, at least they have kind of a quarterback, and they're 5-6. So I think if I had to, well, the Falcons, they'll win that game. And they're in first place in the NFC South. So yeah, I'll go with Atlanta on that. And we got New Orleans and Detroit. That's in New Orleans, and they're 5-6 against Detroit. The Lions are 8-3. One of the better teams in the NFC. One of the top teams in the NFL this year. You got to give them credit. So we'll do that. Uh, they're playing though the Saints, okay, in New Orleans. So I think this is going to be a tough game. The Saints, good on defense, very good on defense, and golf, he's been turning the ball over lately. So the Saints, they turn the ball over. They make you turn the ball over. So I'll go with the Saints in this game at home versus the Lions. Choppy says, what? Saints? Okay. Denver at Houston. Good game coming up here because Denver's playing well. Houston's been one of my pet teams, I guess you would say, because I like the quarterback. That would be Stroud. And he's still playing very good, at the top, So, but Wilson's been playing. Russell Wilson, he's playing like he was when he was with Seattle, and they're on a three-game win streak at Houston. Boy, this is a tough one. I want to think that Houston is going to win this game, but I got a feeling that Denver though, because of Wilson and that defense, it's really come on, So I think I'm gonna go with a mild upset here and go with Denver over Houston. LA, we'll go with the Chargers versus England. I mean New England. We don't have to talk about the Chargers over the Patriots. You know, they're not what they used to be. Let's put it like that. Okay, let's go with Pittsburgh and Arizona with the Steelers. I think it's you know, in Arizona 1-10 or whatever it is. Here's what the Steelers are gonna do. They're gonna run the Cardinals to death because they're like, you know, I saw the last game with Arizona. I mean, the Rams, that running back Williams, he ran over him. So you know that's going to happen again with Harris and that one Warren. You know they run that ball and they gonna run over Arizona. So that's it on that. Miami at Washington. Washington gives up a whole lot of air yards in the air. So Tua should be able to put that ball up and by the way with Miami, you know, which full disclosure, sorry, uh, that's my team, my pet team, and they need to be throwing the ball a little bit more, a whole lot more, you know. So I think put the ball up 40 times a day. You know, hey, you got the speed to do it. And let's start. You're going to have to do that anyway, you know. And I'm saying Miami over Washington. Put the ball up to it. And, you know, and Washington's kind of in a flux anyway, you know. Kind of like the coaches, you know, they're kind of talking about him too. You know, so you might be on a watch, I guess you would say. Yeah, so they should win that game. You know, 8-3 too. So Miami. Okay, Tampa Bay and Carolina. That's in Tampa, and Carolina's turned into one of the worst teams in the NFL. So I'm thinking that with Tampa, kind of well they're 4-7 now, but with a victory today though, that gives them 5-7, you know, and they're not out of it, you know. The Panthers are, you know, with 1-10. So if they win this game, they can still, you know, say they can, you know, we got a chance. So, but they have to win this game today. So Buccaneers over the Panthers. Okay, we're gonna go with we're going. I think we're going to Philadelphia. Yeah, I think that's they're at home versus the 49ers, and that's going to be a tough game because San Francisco is a good team, one of the best tops, but the Eagles are at the top, and they got a great quarterback. I mean, Hurts, he always finds some kind of way to win the game, and he will. And he runs, you know, we all know that, you know, he runs at the right time, it seems like all the time too. And, you know, and you can't stop him on that fourth down play. Everybody else, all the other teams, they can't do it like Philadelphia does, you know. I want to say that. But, yeah, they're going to beat, I think they're going to win the game. I don't know about beat, you know, that sounds like beat down. I don't think they're going to do that. Because the 49ers are a good team. But I think they'll, you know, like a 3-point game, 27-24 kind of deal, you know. But I think they'll win and all. Okay. The Rams, we're going to, I think it's Cleveland at LA. Yeah, it's at the Rams. Okay. And by the way, Cleveland, they're going to start Flacco, Joe Flacco. You know, that Joe Flacco. He used to be a hell of a quarterback. We know that. But now, you know, kind of washed up. So they're going to start him, you know, and I would expect the Rams defense, to show out, because he's a statue, Joe Flacco. He's a statue, and they should be able to get to him. So I think they're gonna beat the Browns, but let's keep this in mind. The Browns, they have an outstanding defense, tough against the run. Yeah, now the Rams have Williams. He has been running very well, but he might not do that today. Okay, so they have the Browns have the one of the top defenses this year. So uh, the fact that Cleveland doesn't have their starting quarterback, I think that'll give the Rams the edge in that game in LA. Okay, all right, Rams. Okay, so the last game, of this on this Sunday docket, I guess you would say, would be Kansas City at Green Bay. Now, this is gonna be a pretty good and interesting game, and oh, here we go, Chompy. He's saying upset here, huh? Huh? What? Green Bay. Okay, Green Bay. Okay. Uh, Maybe that might be okay because Green Bay is playing better, and Kansas City is not playing at their top. Because and by the way, everybody's gunning for them. They get everybody's best. So they'll have that tonight again in a Sunday night game. National TV. Green Bay. So it's gonna be a hell of a game. It's gonna be a lot of I guess you would say a lot of action. Let's say maybe Taylor Swift is gonna be there. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's not what. But Kansas City, they played better last week, but they always beat. I think the Raiders, they always beat them. So now, it's Green Bay. We'll see what happens. But I'm not saying that like Chompy. He's saying the Packers going to win the game. I'm saying it's almost like a toss up, but knowing that Kansas City the champs, but this game is kind of to me up in the air a little bit. I'll go with that, but I'm not going to tell or say the Chiefs are going to lose the game. I'm not going to say that, but yeah. But Chompy did. Okay. All right, Chompy. Good to see you, by the way. We'll talk. Yeah. But yeah. Now that kind of wraps it up for the Sunday. But we have one coming up Monday, and we'll talk about that. Okay. So now yesterday, let's we were talking about the greatest game in the NFL in their history, and I've said that, and I believe that with that Super Bowl victory with Namath, beating the goats, and all that pointed to one guy. Really, though, it was Don Shula because Shula. You like Shula? All right. Okay, but it points to Don Shula. I mean, because it was he was coaching the Colts, and and he was a coach, the losing coach, and the result of that was the NFL married, the AFC, so. He's got a lot of history on everything, but we're going to talk about him next coming up here. Uh, I've said this. I think he's the greatest coach in NFL history. We'll go over that in detail. Maybe tomorrow, we're gonna have a little kind of like I guess a show for that. Because I want to talk about Shula and Belichick. We'll talk about that later. Okay. Now, so for today, the game that I think is going to be the big game of the day, I like that Denver Houston game, uh, and I think the blowout kind of game. Uh, Surprise. Uh, I would think that Atlanta, with the Jets, quarterback, these quarterbacks too, but we'll talk about that too. Uh, so we made all our picks. Choppy's back, welcome back, and we'll be back. We're gonna talk about Don Shula and Belichick, and I say Shula's the greatest. You heard the Shula coming out of his mouth, and yeah, here we like Shula. Okay, so that does it for the early show. We'll be back. We're gonna look at a little football too, and when we'll be back a little bit later. Okay, and all right, good to see you. All right, and good to talk to y'all too.